going on, you guys? Thank you so much for clicking on the video and joining me today. As you guys know, I am finally back home. I should really spit my gum out. I don't want to though. Thank you so much for joining me today. As you guys know, I am finally back home and ready to get my ish together. As you guys know, one of the most important parts about getting back on track is having your nutrition together, and obviously without food you can't do that. So today I want to share with you guys the things that keep me on track and just keep my cravings satisfied, keep my stomach satisfied, keep me satisfied. So we will do this by macronutrient group. So our macronutrients, as we know, protein, carbs, fats. I'll start with my favorite protein sources. So first thing, got some raw chicken. Yes, I eat it raw. I'm completely kidding. Some chicken sashimi, anyone? No, definitely don't eat it raw, but I do love my chicken. Favorite way to cook it is simply by throwing it in the oven, putting it at 350 for 45 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes. Then you have to kind of like cut it, make sure that it's not raw still, and then if it's still raw, throw it back in. If it's not, go ahead and enjoy. I usually throw whatever seasonings I have in my cupboard in it, so anything from Mrs. Dash to just salt to garlic salt to oregano, basil, literally whatever I have. I love adding garlic to it because garlic is just like bae and it makes everything taste so good, but I just literally throw whatever on it, and like I just like chicken. I honestly would probably eat it plain if I had to. Another one of my favorite protein sources is Science Select Protein. As of right now and for the past like 5 months, this has been my favorite flavor by far. It's a chocolate peanut butter cup, and you guys know you can get this on www.pscience.com and use my code Valentina for 30% off your entire order. The reason why I love this PE Science protein is because you can do so much with it. You can cook with it, make waffles, you can throw it in your oatmeal, you can add it onto our next favorite protein source, which is a plain fat-free Greek yogurt. You can honestly do so much with it, and it's definitely something that helps me satisfy my sweet tooth. So I would highly recommend adding this to your diet if you haven't already. Another one of my favorite protein sources is fat-free Greek yogurt. This has 22 protein, 9 carb, 0 fat, and 120 calories. Sorry, I just like tripped. For 225 grams, so it's a really good serving, has a lot of protein, and if you do have a higher protein diet, you can go ahead and add some PE Science Select Protein to it and make it even more tasty and even more high protein. So love Greek yogurt, and you can do so much more with it than just that. You can add it to your oatmeal, make like tzatziki with it. Honestly, you can do so much, so the limit does not exist. Egg whites, that's another one of my favorite protein sources. I love having this for breakfast. To make French toast, literally you can do so much with it as well. For vegetables, that would fall into carbohydrates. Even though they're not super carb dense, they are still carbs, and during prep I do track these babies to be extra accurate with everything. But shreds lettuce is like a huge staple in my diet whether I'm prepping or not, just because it just adds volume to food. Like if you want to make a chicken salad, or even if you want to make a burrito bowl or anything like that, I just love having big salads with shredded lettuce, chicken, and basically any other vegetable that I have in my fridge. And then baby spinach I love as well because I can add it to my egg whites, and obviously it's filled with micronutrients and lots of good vitamins and minerals, and like I said, micronutrients. I also love mushrooms because mushrooms, I don't know, do I have to explain why I love them? I love adding them to my egg whites as well. We just add flavor, and again, extra micronutrients, can't never go wrong with that. Some other vegetables that I do enjoy a lot that I don't have with me right now are frozen vegetables from Walmart. Literally you can buy medleys that have like zucchini, broccoli, cauliflower, plenty of micronutrients in there. So I love those, especially because they're frozen and they don't go bad, and I just usually saute them on a pan, and that's how I cook them before I go ahead and have them with chicken or whatever I'm having them with. One of my favorite carb sources, if we're talking like carb dense food, are sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. You can do so many things with them. Personally, I like to take it easy and just throw them in the oven, cook them at 400 for about an hour, and I just throw them in whole like this, obviously outside of the bag, but you can even steam them in this bag. But I just don't like using that because I don't want to throw my sweet potatoes in the microwave for like 15 minutes. That just doesn't sound very healthy. So that's how I usually make them, and they're super delicious, and again, filled with so many micronutrients. Another one of my favorite carb sources, this bread. Ever since I came to the States, I've been obsessed with this Eureka wheat bread because, one, it's super macro-friendly. Two, it has so many grains and micronutrients as well. It has 2 grams of fiber for 1 slice, 12 carb, 2 fat, 4 protein, and 80 calories for 1 slice. So it's super delicious. I love sweet bread, adore sweet bread, and it tastes amazing for my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which I have at least one a day, at least. Another one of my staples is puffed wheat cereal. Puffed kamutes. Why? Because one, they honestly taste really freaking good. Like if you know how to eat them, they're amazing. I love using them to top my smoothie bowls. I love using them just as a cereal, and Greek yogurt. Like they're good. And 1 cup has 11 grams of carbs, whereas for most cereals, 1 cup has like 30 grams of carbs. So can't go wrong with that. And they're like smoked and they're just really, really good, and I love them. Yeah. Oatmeal. I have this at least once a day as well. Honestly, most of the foods you're gonna see in this video, you most likely will see in my channel a lot, because I honestly eat pretty much the same thing every single day, and I have a very, very sweet tooth. So when I have things like oatmeal or PB&J or Kamut Puffs, it allows me to have sweets in my diet, and I like sweets. So that's why I stick to more sweet foods over savory. Like you barely ever see me eating like just potatoes or rice or I guess wraps and things like that, just because I enjoy sweets more than anything. So I usually will have like a chicken salad, and then I'll have like something sweet on the side, because that's just the way that I enjoy eating. I am trying to change that. I've been trying to change that for the past like 4 months. How am I doing? Not very well, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely like can't get out of the habit of eating the way that I do, just because I truthfully enjoy it. The only reason why I want to change it is because I would like to incorporate more carb dense foods in my diet, but I definitely don't think that what I'm doing is wrong. I want to take out processed foods out of my diet gradually. I've been trying to do this for a while now. Things like even bread or puffed kamutes, like I just want to kind of change my diet to like very like an earth-based diet, but it's just really hard when you've been very used to eating the way that I do. And to be honest, like I said, I don't think it's like 100% wrong. I just think it would be a lot more beneficial for my body to eat foods that are produced by Mother Nature. Like I said, oats are one of my favorites by far. And then another one of my favorite oatmeals, this guy right here, it's the maple brown sugar better oats. It has 100 calories for 1 pack and 18 grams of carbs, so they come in super handy. They're really macro friendly and they taste bomb. I would say strawberries and bananas are 100% one of my favorite fruits. I love using strawberries because they're really macro friendly. They're pretty low carb, whereas bananas, they're kind of on the other end, but they're so good that you can't say no to them. But I did find these little ones, which make it a lot easier to eat, because one whole banana has like 40 grams of carbs, whereas this little guy probably has like 10 to 15 grams of carbs. So it's a little bit more moderate, and you don't eat like a whole bunch of your carbs in just like 1 banana. And then yeah, strawberries I love using to make my smoothie bowls. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check back to my previous videos before I went to Europe. I'm sure I showed it on them like a million times, because I literally have that at least like once a day as well. This is the jam that I normally use for my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which has 5 grams of carbs, 3 fiber, 0 fat, 0 protein for 17 grams, and it tastes amazing. I love it. It never lets me down. Now, moving on to fats. Cashew milk, major key. It has 2 grams of fat, 1 carb, and less than 1 gram of protein for a cup, which is 240 milliliters. So I love using my cashew milk to have with my Kamut Puffs. Obviously, sometimes I'll throw them in my smoothies. So love my cashew milk. It's super macro friendly and not super high fat or high protein, which normal milk is usually very high protein, and I'd rather just get my protein from things like chicken or egg whites or protein powder, just because I don't really have that much protein in my diet. I'm at 130 grams of protein, so I struggle to keep it under 130 grams, so I definitely don't need milk in my life to make my protein intake higher. Coconut flakes, I love coconut flakes because they make an amazing topping, and they also do have a lot of micronutrients. They're pretty high fiber too. For 3 tablespoons you get 2 grams of fiber, 4 carb, 1 protein, and 10 grams of fat. So they are a bit higher fat, but for most people trying to achieve fat loss, they're usually on a higher fat diet anyways. So this would definitely be a really good addition, and they're so tasty. Like, they're just amazing. And then of course I got some peanut butter, because what kind of fit girl doesn't like peanut butter? Come on now. And then another one of my favorite food fats is cashews, and I think that's about it. I also have some PB2, which is powdered peanut butter. This is actually higher carb and lower fat, so for those of you who maybe are on a lower fat diet, this would be a really good alternative. You literally just mix it with like water, a little bit of water, and it makes a peanut butter paste. So you can't complain about that, especially with the macros. If you are on a lower fat diet, And then one of my favorite things to add on to like salads, chicken, anything is this right here. It's reduced sugar ketchup. It has 1 gram of carb for 16 grams. So it's really, really macro-friendly. It adds extra flavor to food. Can't say no to that. And yeah, it's just really good. So I think that's honestly pretty much everything that I use like very consistently in my diet. Another thing as well is holy guacamole or just avocado in general. One of my favorite fat sources as well. I don't have any in the fridge just because I kind of stopped buying holy guacamole because I would only eat like a certain amount and then it would go bad within like the next like 10 hours. So I'm gonna stop probably buying holy guacamole and just start making my own, or like buying just avocado instead of buying like little holy guacamole packets, just because like I said they go bad and then I just throw them out and I feel really bad because I don't like throwing out food. Alright you guys, so I just checked my fridge and I do think this is about it. There might be something I'm missing, but I'm not too sure. If there is, just stay tuned to my coming videos because I always like to share what I'm eating with you guys and try to find good recipes or things like that that I can share with you guys that might be helpful in your journey. I'm gonna end this video with a little upper body workout that I filmed the other day, so I hope you enjoy that. I will put the full workout down below just in case you guys want to take it to the gym with you and try it out. And if you do try it out, please let me know how you like it. But that is going to be about it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the workout. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you enjoy my content, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions for me, anything to tell me, make sure to leave it down below. Thank you so much for tuning back in, you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Mwah.